What's up, everybody? I just realized I owe you some commissioner picks, and it feels weird because we've had a lot of games already, but I'm going to get into it quickly. First up, Wacko for Flacco sitting at 9-3. A nice projection here to win. Going to carry him to 10-3. Let's see what he's got left. Jackson Dart should start. Joe Flacco, a big goose egg for you earlier this week. That is a bummer. Happy Thanksgiving, motherfucker. Saquon Barkley looked like doo-doo. Cannot believe the Eagles lost that. Man, the Eagles kind of feel like the Falcons, where it's like, are you really good? And you ought to be. But are you? Are you going to be good? I don't know. Weird game. Gibbs looked good. Save Flowers. That sucks. You stacked the wrong stuff. Hunter Long is out. Got a goose egg on both teams. This is just fantastic work, boys. One of these actually can be fixed still, but I doubt it's going to happen. It doesn't really matter. Wacko for Flacco, moving to 10-3. Next up, you got Brandon's Ukrainian Jonesing for Win boys versus Paul's Wonderwolf team. Should be pretty close. Look like already, even with Caleb Williams having a good game, looks like Brandon might pull off the victory here. Let's take a quick peek. I think the big question here is like, what Ashton Genty do we get? Wandale Marks, that's way too high at 13 points. I think that's way too high, even if you can run on Indiana. Jerry Jeudy, I don't know. Got this weird feeling in my balls like he's going to blow up. So, and also that Amon-Ra early game injury, that sucks. Going to give the win here to Brandon, 6-7, keeping him on top of his wave. Next up, Turd Ferguson, sitting at 7-5, versus Peters, 10-2 team. It's going to be a close one, closer than I think it was originally thought to be. I do think Peter gets the win here, barring any injuries. Should move Peter to 11-2. Next up, JP's all-rookie team versus Lyndon's team. Man, what a barn burner here. Two absolutely garbage teams going head-to-head. JP's 2-10 team versus Lyndon's 0-12 team here. I think Lyndon has the first pick locked. Don't quote me on it. It's not written in stone, that's for damn sure. Got to go through the 14 pages of bylaws to make sure that that's true. But what a game from Rashee Rice early on. That was a fun one to watch. Dallas looks like they might actually have a playoff run coming up here if they can just keep the momentum going. I do think Lyndon's team does get the win here, but let's just see if there's anything we need to talk about. I don't think so. No, I mean, maybe a random Xavier Legette touchdown coming today, but I think Lyndon gets the win, moving him to 1-12. All right, next up we got Vince's The Nice Guys, projected at 131 versus Teddy and the Hydra boys, sitting at 8-4. I like what I'm seeing right now. I would love to see Teddy and the team take an L here, making that wave one winner position up for grabs. I think, again, I could be wrong. Again, got to go back to our 87 pages of bylaws to see how that works out. But I do like what I'm seeing here. Josh Allen ought to have a big game today against Pittsburgh. He looked like doo-doo the past few weeks, and I don't think there's any beating around the bush here. He looked like poopy, all right? Brown, wet, poop. Anyway, let's get into some more of this. Matthew Stafford against Carolina. That ought to be a fantastic game for Matthew. Drake May against the Giants, same thing. So kind of a wash on the quarterbacks there. Devontae Adams against Carolina. Again, that ought to be a big game. Man, this is going to be a fun one. A.J. Brown with a fucking 32 points. That's dirty. Justin Jefferson, you're hoping for that, but when was the last time we got 32 points out of Justin Jefferson? Never. Right, that's what I thought. So kind of a disappointment there. George Kittle had a good game last weekend, I believe. I don't know if it's going to be enough to beat Vince's Nice Guys. I'm going to give Vince the win here, 7-7. All right, we got Chris's Lick My Hardball, Andy Reid, sitting at 8-4, projected at 131. Got the, it's tied up 50-50, my God. Versus Ian's starting Bijan is the Pits at 6-6. Really, really tight here. Trevor Lawrence against Tennessee, 17 points is probably fine. Jordan Love, great game from him. Aaron Rodgers against Buffalo, that's going to be brutal. Don't like it. Off the injury, not great. Troy Franklin in the super flex there for Chris. Jalen Warren ought to have a good game. Buffalo's defense you can run on. Christian McCaffrey against Cleveland ought to be more Christian McCaffrey as we know him. Bijan Robinson against the Jets. Who knows what the fuck the Falcons are going to do? But on the same side of on the opposite side of the field, who knows what the fuck the Jets are going to do? So who knows? Kamani Vidal's been good. Christian Watson, welcome back, buddy. Nice to have you. JSN has been incredible, and against Minnesota, I think that'll be good. Man, this is going to be this is the matchup to watch. Just because I hate Ian, I'm giving the win to Chris. 9-4, Chris. Nice job, buddy. All right, Mike's Rico Suave versus Katie's Tyreek cardiac arrest. It does not look close. Mike's already got the advantage here, sitting at 68% chance likely to win. Early projection as well at 147 versus Katie's 115. I don't think there's a whole lot we need to talk about here. Huge game out of Dak. We already talked on. Derrick Henry looked great, even though they lost. Wonder what he does next year. You guys know he spends $250,000 every year to keep his body functioning. I mean, I would too if you're making $10 million a year, but that's a lot of cash. Anyway, giving the win here to Mike's Rico Suave. Last up, mine 7-5 team versus Yanni's Sons of the Harpy. I think I'm going to take the win here, but man, Lamar, you really fucked me on this one, buddy. Sam Darnold could completely blow this out for me. Bo Nix has been looking pretty solid from time to time. Not reliably, but occasionally he's been looking pretty good here. So I think we get back to a good game for Sam against Minnesota. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes, for being incredible. I mean, my games are basically over. I think I have 3 games left. Chris Olave getting the volume play. Tedero McMillan, whoever knows what we're going to get there. And Freiermuth, I don't think it's going to happen against Buffalo. But we'll see. On the other side, though, you got, let's see, Brock Bowers. Incredible. Juwan Jennings is always potentially a touchdown grabber. Cortland Sutton, I think 11 points is a little high. Puka Nacua against Carolina, I think that's a low projection. I think he goes closer to 20. Raheed Shaheed, kind of the same thing as Juwan Jennings, if you ask me. Devon A-Chain, great game here for him. 21 points, definitely doable. Breece Hall against Atlanta. I think Breece Hall is going to fucking eat Atlanta's lunch today. I hope they do. Oh, man. I don't usually bet against. I don't think I've ever bet against me. I mean, I have once or twice, but I feel like I'm going to lose this one. But I'm going to give it to me. Hopefully I can get the win here. Anyway, that's your commissioner picks. As usual, go Falcons. Fucking birds.